Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We've got another mountain culture collab. This time it's with an international brewer, Fast Fashion out of Seattle, Washington. They've actually got their own hop called anchovy. So they did a beer, it was either last year or the year before, it was the West Coast using that hop. But this time around they've done a New England IPA. They've paired it up with Simcoe and Mosaic. It's got pretty cool can artwork. It's just got a heap of sort of travel supplies. And yeah, the whole air thing, mountain culture have got an old plane in their yard. So yeah, it's sort of taking the piss out of that. The last beer was called Business Class. Yeah. And I remember they had photos of him up inside the plane, up on the shed in the yard. It's pretty funny. So yeah, I'll read what it says on the back. And cheers, Levi. Good to see you, brother. We're back brewing with our mates from Fast Fashion in Seattle. 2 years on from our first collaboration, Business Class, and again using their truly one of a kind hop. Matt from Fast Fashion fell in love with the experimental variety 24B05 the moment he sniffed it, due to its truly unique profile. Soon after buying the proprietary rights and giving it the equally unique name Anchovy. Last time we brewed a West Coast IPA with its hops, they took a much cushier journey than this year's batch. That found their way over from Seattle, smuggled in some carry-on luggage, thanks to a daring and shy friend of the brewery who shall go unnamed. Air Ann aims to show off what anchovy can do in the hazy variety of IPAs. We paired it up with Simcoe and Mosaic to coax out its inherent qualities, and we're left with a smooth, hazy that doesn't hide its watermelon bubblegum, lemon hard candy, pine and raspberry notes. Sounds good. So who else do we have here? Cheers, Stewie. And cheers, South Aussie. Good to see you again. So yeah, this will be my first beer for the day. As I said, I'm sitting on quite a few mountain culture at the moment, so expect quite a few reviews from them in the coming week. I do have some more beers coming from a Melbourne bottle shop, probably midweek. Some bangers in there. So I've got my same glass that I used last review, the little elegant mountain culture. I don't know what you call this style of glass. I think it's like a tulip, something like that. But yeah, this New England IPA is 7%. I think the West Coast they brewed last time was sort of similar. But yeah, let's get into it. Hopefully everyone's had a good week. So yeah, pretty relaxing weekend for me. I'll be just drinking a couple of beers, do some YouTube stuff, maybe watch some footy. Yeah, hang out with the dogs. I was going to go to the city, but I sort of can't be bothered. So it's I would say like medium orange in colour. It's probably like light on the haze. It's about a 2 finger head. It's got that sort of soft and pillowy look. I would say light carbonation and a medium body. Whoa, it smells good. So what I've had from anchovy and what I've had from fast fashion in particular, I haven't been too fond of it. But yeah, there's a lot of people that rave about it. So this could be a beer where it sort of changes my mind. I can already tell on smell that it's a lot different. So you're getting like some sweetness up front. Cheers, Jimmy, bro. Good to see you, dude. Did you end up getting a putty can? It's got some sweetness up front. I would say the malt's probably like a mix of white bread and biscuit. You're getting tropical fruit, citrus, maybe some berry as well. Sort of like a mixed berry, like raspberry, blueberry, citrus, yeah, like some sort of candy orange. And yeah, tropical fruit. I feel like it's got a good mix. It's probably like your pineapple, passion fruit, guava, maybe some mango. It honestly smells really, really good. Yeah, maybe slightly grassy, maybe a touch of pine, some floral notes. I can even get like a sort of like a slight mustiness there as well, but it's almost like a touch of like mint, like spearmint or something like that. Hmm. Anyway, let's have a sip. Cheers, guys. So the sweetness is still there on the taste, probably not as intense as on the aroma. It's got a bit of dryness and bitterness on the finish. Bitterness is still quite moderate though. You're definitely getting berry. I taste like raspberry. It's like so weird. Like the main flavors I probably get would be like raspberry and like sweet orange. And yeah, it's got like I think it said something about melon, watermelon bubble gum. Yeah, it's got that sort of melon quality to it. Bubble gum, yeah, I get sort of like a candied, almost like a yeah, like a blueberry sort of sweetness. It's not that. Sometimes you'll get like orange sherbet. It's not that sort of note. See, I feel like with the sweetness, that sort of berry note was probably coming from not only the anchovy but like the mosaic as well. You'd be getting like a touch of sort of earthiness from the mosaic and the Simcoe. And then, yeah, as I said, it's a little bit musty and dank. I'm sure that's probably the Simcoe. Ah, it's definitely a lot better than some other beers I've had from fast fashion. That's for sure. Yeah. I'm surprised you can even get it in Finland. That's not good. Normally, it's got a real strong flavour. Cool, dude. I was thinking of maybe doing a hangout. I just got to go for a quick walk to Aldi and grab some more stuff. When Simo wrapped up earlier, him and Craig were asking if I was going live and might join, but it's probably too late now. I've just lost that motivation now to drink early in the mornings like I used to, which I think at the end of the day is pretty fair. I've done it for a while and it was more just accommodating for everyone else. Cheers, Joe. Good to see you, brother. You know what I mean. Stop taking the piss out of our accent. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This beer's quite tasty. So it's pretty cool that a brewery liked the new hop so much that they've went, okay, that's now our hop, and we're going to name it. Yeah, me and Josh is in the last beer. We once did a fast fashion standalone beer. Um, I can't remember if it was a hazy or a West Coast, but yeah, it had anchovy in it. And I remember when we first, when we had it together, like we did it as a joint review, it just tasted like dirty soil. And like, yeah, we're like both unimpressed. It was one of those reviews where, yeah, you're just real disappointed. Especially for me, because it was like an import and I paid good money for it. Probably wasn't as bad for Josh. He would have just paid average price. So yeah, after I had that beer, I was like, ugh, I don't know if I'll ever have their standalone stuff again. But yeah, this is definitely decent. I'll have to take a photo of this one, so I'll leave a bit in the can. Yeah, it's a shit name, isn't it? Yeah, so it's just the name of the hop. They call it anchovy, as in ANCHOVY. But yeah, it's obviously got nothing to do with the fish. I don't know why they called it that. It's got like notes of they say it's sort of got notes of like citrus, berry, um yeah, like melon and like pine. It's just yeah, it's just that little bit different. If I could sort of compare it to another hop, I'd say it's a little bit like maybe strata, but just not as dank. Yeah, nah, don't be confused by the name. So that's why, like, I would never call it a like something associated with beer. I would never call it something like that because people would get confused and be like, "What the fuck?" Like, there's a brewery. I think they're in New York, and they got a bit of hype about them. They've just come out, or they've been out for a while now, but they're called Deep Fried. And like obviously one of the first things people think of is, oh, what are people deep frying beers now? Just a very weird name for a brewery. Did you go out today, Adam? Craig was at a local bar. I seen he did a live. He was there drinking like a barley wine with a couple of mates. Yeah, I was pretty quiet yesterday. I think because I had quite a few the night before. Um, yeah, it obviously helped because I'm a Melbourne supporter and we got the win the night before, so I was sort of in a good mood and just kept going. Um, yeah, yesterday I felt like a little bit tired, a little bit hungover. I did the what did I do? Yeah, I did the two beer review, the two beers together as a review. Then I hung out with miscellaneous for a bit, and then I think after that I just didn't really do much. I just remember watching a heap of YouTube last night, like some travel stuff, some comedy stuff. So yeah, I'm sort of keen to have a couple and go live and have some people pop up on the panel. But yeah, I just don't have enough sort of smasher beers. That's why I'm going to go for a quick walk. Um, yeah, you can generally get just some cheap 4 packs at Aldi for like $10. They might have like a 10 pack of something, or I just want to be able to grab some cheap beers and some food and just quickly bring it back here and get going. Yeah, I watch like quite a few people. Um, I think we've talked about it before. Like, obviously, I watch like Bald and Bankrupt and Simon Wilson and Harold Balder, Backpacker Ben, those sort of people. I watch Spanian, who's Australian. You might not like him, but he's sort of he's a little bit divisive. He's like an ex. He was a troubled kid, got into the drugs, was in jail most of his young life, and then yeah, when he left jail, he was sort of like a rapper for a while, but now he just does like he for a while he did videos where he'd go into the hoods of different cities and sort of showcase what their sort of housing commissions are like and their troubled areas and stuff. Now he does more just normal travel vlogs. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of people don't like him, but I find him quite funny, and I like the fact that he's done something with his life after being like a heroin junkie, and he's turned it all around. It's just the way he talks, he's got that real sort of like Sydney Eshe gangster type way to him. I could see why people don't really like they find him annoying, but some of the shit he says, I would just be killing myself laughing. Cheers, Susie. Yeah, I'm not familiar. Might have to check it out. I like when people, I don't know, sort of showcase the good and the bad, and when they've got a bit of humour. When it's just sort of a straight travel vlog and it's all positivity and that, it's probably not really my thing. I like when they sort of go off the beaten track and you see like a lot of travel stuff, it can be about the character. It's like watching beer reviews. It's like watching anything. You chime in to see the person a lot of the time. You don't even care what their product is or what they're talking about or whatever. See, another thing that's cool with Spanion is he does food stuff. Like he owns kebab stores here in Sydney. So quite often he's getting ideas for stuff like when he's traveling, and he doesn't drink. And yeah, when he went to Conor McGregor's pub in Dublin, and he's like, I've got to have a drink here. Like you can't come to Conor's pub and not try one of his beers and his whiskies. And he was like, you could tell he was feeling it just after the two drinks because he's not used to alcohol. Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, I've always been a fan of Harold Balder. I just find him very funny. See, him and Bald get a lot of hate as well. There's people that have said like that. I don't know, Bald's a bit shifty and it's got a crooked past and that. But yeah, I don't really know anything about it. I just watch it on face value. And yeah, another one I watch, $1 Million Bogan. He's an Aussie lad. He's a real estate mogul from like only about an hour away from where I live. And he rides Harley Davidsons, and he rides them in places where most people wouldn't even dare to go. And he just like treats them pretty mean, but he's got the money to just get them fixed or buy new ones. Or yeah, he's another one. You could hate him as well because he comes across quite arrogant, bit of a prick, but like he's sort of cocky, but in a funny way. Like I don't know. I just think sometimes in those sort of fields, you sort of have to be a bit cocky to be decent. It's like some sports stars. A lot of the footballers, they're real cocky bastards, but they sort of have to be that way to get to where they are. I'll give you the link to Spanion's channel, Jimmy. Check him out, dude. Hopefully that works for you. But yeah, he's sort of been the main one I've been watching lately. Yeah, as I said, crooked past, but yeah, he's made something of himself and yeah, he still sort of talks about his days in prison and some of the shit he used to get up to, but you can tell he's like a family man now. And even though he's traveling all the time, he's always thinking of his wife and kids and can't wait to get home to them. And it's funny because he lived in a real troubled area in Sydney, like they're fucking housing apartments, and it's like the scum of fucking Australia back in the day when he was there. And now, like, he still can see those apartments in his where he lives. He's in like this penthouse in the middle of the city. It'd be sort of cool waking up every morning and seeing a troubled area you grew up in and knowing where you are now. But yeah, he's one of those fellas. Like, he was in Thailand recently. He's done a bit of like kickboxing and stuff as well. Um, and it's amazing how many people know him. He was on it's called Fitness Street. I think it's in Phuket in Thailand, and it's where all the kickboxing gyms are, and like strength and condition gyms, and like health food places and all that sort of shit. It's all in this one area, and people will go there and stay there for like months to just like knuckle down and train, or like even just to get fit. So it's for sort of everyone, but like obviously most people there are like proper fighters and shit. And he's walking down the street just in the middle of Thailand, and everyone knew who he was. Like every second person's like, "Oh, Spaniard." But yeah, he's got these little catchphrases as well that get stuck in your head. Ooh, feel like this beer's gone straight to my head. So yeah, the one I've been sessioning lately, I've still obviously got a few of them in the fridge, but I don't want to just drink them all. I'd rather have something cheap. Yeah, it's the Mountain Culture and Pirate Life Hazy Pale, the cocky in the pirate outfit. It's good beer, but yeah, it's not. It's certainly not one I should be just smashing through a whole case quickly because yeah, it's got a bit of price to it, bit of quality. So yeah, this Air and NEIPA, I'd probably score this. I'd say about a 4.3 out of 5. Um, I think as far as mountain culture goes and hazies, that's probably like mid range. Well, for me anyway. Like some of their beers I'll rate real high, but yeah, like it's decent. It's not like your top range mountain culture. It's just like a solid hazy from them, and with the little difference being a collab with like a unique hop. Yeah, I think 4.3 would be a reasonable score. I want to drink more of it, but I really want to take a photo as well. There's nothing shitter when you you want to take a photo of a beer and you go outside to do it after a review, and the glass has got like that much beer in it, so there's not even any point taking the photo. But yeah, I might wrap it up there, and as I said, possibly back with a live hangout, get some people up on the panel. Um, yeah, I was going to do a quick walk. The local Aldi store's only about a 10-minute walk from where I live, so if I go straight away, I should be there and back in about half an hour, and I might set something up. Otherwise, I won't have enough drinks. But yeah, thanks everyone for chiming in. And yeah, if anyone's around in half an hour or an hour or whatever and wants a drink, just sing out and we'll give you the link and let you up here. So yeah, thanks guys. Yeah, always recommending Mountain Culture beers if you can get around them. Definitely give them a try. As I said, fast fashion sort of been a bit of a miss for me with their standalone stuff, but who knows? They could be pretty decent. They've got a bit of a name for themselves. So yeah, they're based in Seattle, up in the home of grunge. So cheers, guys, and I'll see you again soon.